All right, folks, here we are again with your second home workout with Travis from Valkyrie Fitness. We're just gonna quickly go over the movements you need to know in the workout. As always, it is posted on the Valkyrie Fitness Facebook page. Once you get finished watching the video, if you've already done the workout or you do the workout after this, please make sure on the Valkyrie Fitness Facebook page, you are posting your Metcon scores, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna kick off into is some cardio to get warmed up for activation. So your warm-up's gonna consist of 4 rounds, and you're just gonna be doing some of the normal movements you've been doing since a kid. You're gonna be working some butt kicks, some high knees, and some jumping jacks. So normal butt kicks, make sure you get those kicks up to the glutes. Make sure when you get the high knees, you have that same elevation as your heels on your butt kicks. And then of course, jumping jacks, make sure you're nice and extended, make sure you're breathing. And then lateral lunges, which is sometimes confused with the Cossack lunges or Cossack squats, but just make sure you bring your feet together in the middle, step back into the lunge, make sure you're putting all the weight on your backside, step over into the other lunge. Still trying to get all this stuff figured out with the camera set up. This shit is weird. Big props to anybody who does this stuff all the time, because this shit's annoying, I'll be honest with you guys. But I love you guys, so that's why I'm doing it, okay? So, you got 4 rounds of that, 30 seconds on each one of those intervals for that. Okay, then we get into that first strength, and this is something that we were talking about last night on the Facebook chat. Using some type of surface. Making sure you have something that's giving you at least 90 degrees on your top leg, because that is where you're going to be looking to drive the force and the load to get this into the hamstring and into the glute. So an elevated lunge, you would make sure you have your footing, step into the lunge, and then step back off of the elevated surface. Okay, try not to bring all the weight to the front of the quad, and make sure you're nice and sturdy with your foot deeply planted in whatever that is. Use an ottoman, use a couch, use a couple boxes, whatever you can stack up to make sure that you're getting that elevation in the knee. And of course, if you have some dumbbells, which I had some, here they are. You can add dumbbells to the equation as well. So you can have some dumbbells, step into it, keep the dumbbells hanging, keep your shoulder blades retracted back, because all you're looking to do is add a little bit more load. Once you get to number 20, make sure you're set, and then do a modified partial static lunge. And then, of course, if you don't have that option of the height or it's too much on your knee, take it down to the ground and do the static lunges there. But the goal here is complete lunge overload. Taking it from the elevation into the elevated static, hip straight up and down, or just taking it off of the elevation, hitting your static lunges right there. But remember, you're to do 10 static lunges after you're done with 20 on each leg. So you hit 20 on one leg, then hit your 10 static lunges. Hit your 20 on the other leg, then hit your 10 static lunges. You guys got that for 4 sets, okay? Okay. Now one of the more challenging things is this whole goblet side lunge business, okay? And I'm gonna make sure I got enough room so you guys can kind of see. If you do not have a slider, these are your little sliders, your little gliders. I know you guys have seen these all over the place. You can get these guys off of Amazon if there's some available still. $7, $8, they really don't cost too much. But you know, the major purpose of these is to get that gliding motion. So if I was just to do a normal reverse lunge with this, you know, I'm really looking to drive the ball of my foot into that gliding mechanism. I'll tell you guys from the side. Pushing that ball into the foot. Making sure that heel is nice and heavy so you can bring it back. Switching on the other side, same thing. Just getting used to the sliders is always a good idea before you add any movements to it. Heavy front heel, push the ball of that foot back as you drive on the Okay, so lateral lunges are something that you can do with these guys also. You already did the lateral lunges in the warm-up, so now you're just starting. Have your heel a little bit elevated so that you're able to really dig the ball of the foot in. For some of us, having it straight on the heel is going to be a little bit too hard to start off, but your goal is to eventually get there. But if you need to, start off having the ball of your foot pressed into that glider until you get it down, and then start working there. Remember what we said about the load? Anything you guys have, dumbbells, you have a light kettlebell, maybe a backpack with some books in there, a knapsack with some books, whatever you have, that's what you're looking to grab in that goblet position. And remember, that's always right below the chin. You want to activate our lats, be upright. So we got our slider, we got our kettlebell in that goblet position. We're setting our main leg, making sure the heavy heel is activated on that leg. Then we're pushing out into that lunge, holding it for 2 seconds, and then coming back. That's the tempo. So it's gonna be about 3 seconds out, 1, 2 hold, and then drive that heel to bring it back. Okay, same thing on the other side. Hopefully my leg doesn't go out of the camera when I do this. Okay, so like I said, if you need to, get the ball of the foot in there, get yourself set, foot together to start off, and then get that lunge, 2 second hold. As you can see, a little bit difficult on the other side. Bring it back after that. Dig that heel in so you can drive it back and try to get that tempo where you're holding for at least a couple seconds when you're extended. If you do not have that glider, find a surface in your house, wood surface, bathroom floor, grab a rag, grab a towel. I'm sure you guys got plenty of those out and about right now. Go ahead and get busy with it, but do it without weight first to make sure you have your footing down. Then go ahead and grab a load, odd object, whatever you have. Get after it after that, okay? You guys got 4 sets of 12 on each. There's no superset because believe me, when you get done with those 4 sets, you're not gonna wanna do anything. It's gonna wake up a little bit of life inside, outside, if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, conditioning is your 4th part of the workout. You guys have a 300-meter run. Just like we mentioned last night, if you're not able to run, you can switch it out for a rower, or you can do anything that gets your heart rate up for 90 seconds. So jump rope for 90 seconds, shadow box for 90 seconds, jumping jacks, penguin jumps. You can do pretty much anything. Just make sure you got 90 seconds of continuous cardiovascular intensity going so you can match that 300-meter run. After you get finished with that, we got burpees to a target. Find a target in your house. Find something that is at least as high as your wrist. Put that target up there, hit your burpee, and then jump for that target. We're gonna work the full push-up, and then pretty much jumping as high as you possibly can to hit that target. You got a basketball court at home, perfect thing for you to use. You're not going to dunk, but more than likely you can hit the back of that backboard depending on how high you can jump. Hit that push up, and then jump as high as you can, find that target. You got 20 of those. That's going to be a nice little workout. Rest 90 seconds, and then we repeat this for 1 more round, and that's also including that 90 seconds of cardio or the 300-meter run, if you're able to. All right, so now we got our bro circuit. With the bro circuit, there's a couple movements that you're gonna be doing, and then I'm gonna give you options on how to do those movements with the resistance band. So we got the wide curls, so elbows into the rib cage, try to keep them attached to the rib cage, get that 1 second pause at the top of the curl, full extension down, make sure you're breathing. Okay, when you guys get finished with those, wide curls, you got dumbbell overhead tricep extension and high curls. I'll show you the high curls from the side. And completely bent over, palms are down. Here's your palms. Neutral grip, but with the high row, we go pronated. So bring them down, okay? Once you guys are set there, shoulder blades back. Try to put that weight in the hamstrings and glutes. Thumbs up to the chest, up and out with the elbows. This is not a fly, so you don't need to pinch those shoulder blades back like you would in a fly. Come up and out with those elbows, and you'll feel those delts come together in the back, just like they should. Last thing you got, dumbbell overhead tricep extension. Just your normal elbows in, eyes forward, nice tall posture. Press up to the ceiling, lock the arms out, bring it right back down. Travis, I don't have dumbbells at home. What can I use? Maybe you got a resistance band. If it's not this long, that's okay. You can have a smaller one, but I would say try not to grab one that's too thick because you might be adding a little bit more resistance than you're able to do these particular movements, okay? So with the wide curls, of course, that's gonna be the simplest. Step inside of the band, make sure it's underneath the arch of your feet. Get those elbows in the rib cage and work those wide curls. Of course, you don't have the range of motion that you do with the dumbbells, but you're still working curls. And that's kind of the goal there. Make sure it gets comfortable in your fingers when you're doing stuff. Now, the high row is a little bit more difficult. Essentially, you're gonna have to make the band in half, okay? So you're gonna take the band, keep it in that same spot, get a little bit better camera angle. I know I'm like super far away. You might know how to zoom on this thing, let me know, holler at your boys, send me comments, whatever. But we're gonna take this band, and if we're gonna be able to do the high row, we're gonna have to come down in the band a little bit, okay? So you're gonna have some slack hanging in the middle. And then you wanna get those hands in that pronated position, come down, body weight in the backside, and work that row. Same thing, just shorten that band so that you can get some resistance there. And of course, with anything, let a little bit more band go. If it's too much, add a little bit more, shorten it, shorten that band a little bit more if you need to take it up a little bit. So those are your band options for that row circuit. 3 rounds on that. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Don't superset push-ups or anything like that. We got push-ups, more than enough push-ups in all these workouts, so you don't need to add anything like that. Last but not least is the Metcon and the flexibility. Metcon, I believe, has got 3 rounds on this, and this is one that you're doing for time. It's a dirty 30 workout, so you got 30 body weight squats, 30 sit-ups, 30 side plank hip dips, 15 on each side, a 200-meter run, or 15 seconds hard cardio. Whatever you can do, make it hard, make it fast, only 15 seconds to get the mimic of that 200-meter feel, and then a 30-second plank at the very end. The hip plank, side plank hip dips are the only thing I really want to talk about on this Metcon. You guys all know how to do squats, you know how to do sit-ups, you know how to run, you know how to do a plank. But with that side plank hip dip, remember, your overall goal with that is to make sure not only that the hips are up and you're in a straight line, but you don't have your glutes back too far. Because you're definitely not in a straight line if your butt's sitting back. So bring that up forward and then work those hips straight up and down. As always, you have an option. Have that knee down on the ground, one knee on top, elevate the hip to start, and then drop it down, elevate it back up, hit 15 on that side, flip it over, hit 15 on the other, then hit that hard cardio, and then hit that 30-second plank. Score your Metcon down in the comments for this video. I believe a couple clients have already done so. I think right now the average is about 15 minutes. So not calling anybody out, but that's what you got. Okay, and then we finish up the last portion with our flexibility. Just like last time, looking to do 30 seconds intervals. Just like last time, if you only got time for 1 round of that, that's okay. The kids are running around the house, Mom, you've been working out for the past 45 minutes, what the hell are you doing? Get a round in, but if you got more time to get 1 or 2, possibly even 3 rounds in, go for that if you're able to. Normal, simple stuff, 30 seconds. Get your quads stretched out for 30 seconds. We want a hamstring, cross-body hamstring, so cross the leg over, hands up to the top, come on down, bent over, forward fold, reach for those toes, give 30 seconds there, come back up, switch the legs, nice big deep breath, come back down, reach for those toes, stretch out those hamstrings there too. Get a little bit of work on those hips while you're doing so. Tricep stretch is going to be that behind the back. Try to get that bicep up to the ear. Make sure you're breathing, 30 seconds there. Quad to calf stretch is that neutral hamstring stretch that's on the ground, where you're in that split, like runner's lunge with the toes sticking out. You reach for the toe, you sit back, let that stretch happen. Okay, just sit there. If you cannot sit back all the way, that's okay. Just do what you can to get that stretch going up in the hamstrings, grab an object, rest, whatever you need to get a good 30 seconds in on that. That is your home workout for today, folks. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, please steer them over to the Valkyrie Fitness Facebook page. It makes it a lot easier to keep track of that stuff there, and we can make sure we're getting all this stuff taken care of. Hey, keep your heads up. You guys are all doing fantastic. The storm will be over before we know it, but I appreciate you guys checking in with me, and I appreciate you getting this Valkyrie Fitness home workout in.